Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here, and welcome to episode 11 of Revolution 2 single player, let's play, etc. etc. Was a HQM pack, but not anymore because I've finished all the quests. So, I guess I left in the last episode we had a couple, maybe I'm not quite finished all the quests, we had a couple of things left to do, but that was it because the pack was going through an update where it's not compatible to go forward, as I mentioned in the last video. It's sort of going to become a bit of a free play series, I guess. I'll see what I can do. You would have had the new series that I guess premiered on the in my bonus Sunday slot. That one may take over this spot. I've always wanted to do that pack, but enough about that. We're going into this one. You can see here I've done the mana steel armor, the full set, and the full set of dark steel armor. So that was this one here, and then it was required to make the pick, the axe, the shovel, and the sword, which are over in, I think they're in here. Yep, they're right there. So we can hand that one in, take the left bag. What did I get in the bag when I have too much junk in my inventory? Let's see here. Dump some things out. A double layer there. Oh, that's right. I am almost finished. I used the double layer there. Yep. Alright. So. Do I have enough space? Maybe. Let's see what happens. Another drum. Not exactly what I was hoping for. I don't know what I was hoping for, but that'll come in handy, I'm sure. Some form or another. Let's dump off this rotten food, which I forgot I was carrying. Okie dokie. So that was one quest. The other quest was the make the tools, which we did, and then make the armor, and we're going to get either some ladders or some dark steel balls. I mean, either are just as useless as the other, so I may as well just take them. Also got a fully charged, fully upgraded. Ooh, shift and right click to teleport. Okay, so it's empowered 4. It's got a million RF in it. Okay. Increased skull and ender pearl drops. Enderman can't teleport once hit, and 2 times. So if I hold this and go, ooh, that's nice. That will come in handy. I do not want to lose it though, and I might end up putting this armor on. Not sure which is better. I mean, the mana steel is generally just the same as iron armor. And the dark steel, I think, is a little bit higher. I mean, I'm still wearing this junk. Yeah, I'll keep it on for now. Okay, the other one was make the energy conduit, the pressurized fluid conduit, and then the item conduit. So I've made all them. And I started using them up in this next bit that I'll show you. Yeah, that one will do. That's good, because I got a few more conduits. Excellent. And one that I didn't need to make, but I did, was this one. This insulated redstone. I was trying to do something, and it didn't work the way I wanted it to. So, a bit of a disappointment, but it may come in handy. So you can see I've got some still in there. I might keep some of these on me for the moment. So the last quest I had to do, I'm going to get rid of this for the moment. Last quest that is required is to have 1 glowstone, 6 vibrant alloy, and 2 double layer capacitors. I need to get the glowstone, which is in here. So it's just one, so that's all three of them, and then make an octadic capacitor. Octadic. Okay, so we just need to throw them in here. Like so. And I'm going to turn those two off. And that makes that. And it's going to take a while, isn't it? What was it? 10 million RF. Yep. I am definitely going to need to put some fuel in that engine. So have another 16 minutes. Okay, so once that's done, that's the book. That's all the stuff that has been written for the quest book so far, and I know they are working on more quests, but Hagel has been very busy, so I don't think we'll be getting any in the near future. So I'm just going to put that away, because I don't really have a use for it. Let's check what's in this bag. It's an epic bag. I don't see that as being very epic, but it'll come in handy. Let's head on over. I wonder how many of them spewed on the ground. Oh, none. It's alright. Got them all. Very noisy bees. So I was looking at ways. You can see here I've cleared out a bunch more space. And I've moved all of the RotaryCraft stuff. The reason I moved it, and I'm not sure what I'm going to use this pad for at the moment, and I haven't decorated the area I've moved it to yet. If you follow through the comments from episode 10, I think it was, where Alexander gave me some great tips, and he pointed me to another YouTuber by the name of Sentinel H, and I'm going to put his link in the comments below. If you want to learn RotaryCraft, go and check this guy out. It's very clear. I think it's an older version, so some of it isn't quite current, but just it gives you the basics and the ideas and how you should go about it. It really is helpful. And I'm gonna use a couple of his ideas to continue on, I guess, because we're at that point where I really don't have a direction now. As I said, it's becoming a bit of a free-form pack, so it's, you know, I figured I'd try and do a bit of RotaryCraft, and yet RotaryCraft is in the multiplayer series I do with my kids, so I did start doing a little bit over there. I haven't done any of it on camera. I figured this would be the pack. I'll probably focus on the RotaryCraft stuff and maybe use it over there, but reference this series if I do any of the big stuff, which I'm not sure how I'm going to go. But this year I've just tried to automate the fermenters to make the sludge at the moment. I do want to continue on and turn it into the ethanol in one automated step, and I'm going to try and do it with all RotaryCraft. So that's going to involve a little bit more work. It's going to involve a couple of different engines, because these engines here, they put out, I think it's 1 kilowatt. It's a bit hard. It's hard to see in that. Okay, let's just do this. So here we've got the little... The DC engine's not in here. Oh, there it is. So the DC engine puts out 1 kilowatt at 4 Newton meters of torque and 256 rads. But the main bit we want is the power, just to give an idea. So the DC electric engine puts out 1 kilowatt. Steam engine puts out 16 kilowatts. And it just requires water as well and a heat source. So, as much as this doesn't require anything, we've got a water source with a big tank sitting right there. And from Alexander's comments, if I use one of these and a worm drive, I should be able to drive the grinder quite well. And going off Sentinel H's tutorial series, if I use the gasoline engine, which we had down the bottom there, and put a certain gearbox on it, I should be able to, kind of manually at first, should be able to get the grinder running, the extractor running, sorry, I should call it. Should be able to get the extractor up and running, and hopefully not to have too many issues in power wise. And you know, with one source, you know, I'm making the ethanol here to run it. I've got the water in the tank. The pumps down the back will hopefully keep that replenished. I still haven't had a chance to chunk load. There's a mob off that way somewhere. I don't know how he's gone. Alright, yeah, so I'm going to grab a couple of bits and pieces. I'm going to clear my inventory up a bit, and I'm going to get the materials required to get at least one steam engine up, and I'll come back when I'm ready. So, back in a tick. So I thought I'd come back and just show you this. This is the recipe for the steam engines. I'm going to make 3, and you'll see why in just a second. So it's just some cobble, some impellers which you've seen before, and if you don't remember, they are just the gear with some steel around it, which, you know, the gears are like that. We've got this condenser, which is some steel with some liquid pipes, and the liquid pipes are just, this is all the HSLA steel, of course, that's steel and glass. So it's not a real overcomplicated recipe. You can either use copper or gold, and this pack allows you to make things in a normal crafting table. Please remember that if you're playing RotaryCraft in a different pack, you'll probably need to use the work table. So that's 3 of them. I'm also going to need a heat source. I don't know why I'm carrying a flower around. I'll take it over to the Britannia area in just a second. So I grab this, and I'm going to start. I've got to make the worm gear yet. So let's get rid of this flower. There you go. And we'll look at what's needed to make a worm gear. So the worm gear, you can see I've tried all sorts of different bits and pieces. I was trying to get an AC electric engine running because they have 130 kilowatts. I just couldn't seem to get the shaft core charged properly, which requires a magnetizer, and I'm going to make use of this friction heater. I really have a lot of junk on me. I'm going to make use of that. I'm going to put that away. My picks are about to break. I'm going to need to find something better because this crystal pick I found in the dungeon was excellent. Right, so a worm gear is just a couple of shaft units, a worm gear, which is funny, a steel gear, and a mount. Mount like that. Worm gear is like this. So I'm going to need. I've got a couple more of these gears ready. I've got a plate. Okay. So I want to make this first. It's one of them. And then make the mount, which pretty much all your gearboxes and that are going to need a mount. And there's the worm gear. Now the other thing I will need out of here, I'm going to put that away. I'm going to need these 2 shaft junctions. I think that's it for the moment. So steam engines, they obviously require a source of heat and they require a source of water. So I'm thinking, this isn't quite how I want it set up. I need some more of these fluid conduits too. I think just for the moment, for the grinder, actually I want to put I need some more dirt here. I want to put I want this to go straight into a furnace. I want the furnace to be heated by this friction heater. So the idea will be, well, the furnace will be here, and this friction heater will basically run and heat it up. Now I think this can be done with the 2 shaft junctions. So I'll need to make the furnace first. I'll need to move that barrel, or that drawer I should say. Let's just, I think I've still got some cobble on me. Let's make a quick furnace. Got 10 fluid conduit. That'll be alright for now. So let's just break him. The idea is I want to put the furnace here, and it will still import this into the furnace. Now I need to power this, and it can be powered. I'm worried about there being wood and me using fire. The idea is I want to put the shaft power from 2 steam engines into that. So we want to, we got bevel gears, steam engine. Alright, I'm going to do a bit of working out. I'll get all this laid up, and I'll put a little pad here for this to be on, and I'll be back. Alright, so this should hopefully work. I've got some of the blocks I took from underneath the base there in that dungeon. Bit of slate, and this is what I've come up with. So this is the friction heater here. This is just a set of bevel gears, so inputs on this side, outputs on that side. This is a shaft junction, and you can see in the tooltip in the bottom right there it says merging power. So what this does is it takes 2 power on the 2 black gears and puts it out through the white. So this won't work properly if you have 2 engines running different speeds. If they're both the same speed, it will work fine. And then this here is just another bevel gears running into the junction and over to here. I'm hoping this works. It's, I guess, we won't find out until we test it. And I've put down my flint and steel somewhere. I want to light up that netherrack. They're here somewhere. Got 2 of them. I have far too much junk. I really do. I know, I say that every time. So, we're going to need to put water in. Fluid conduit. Let's get him out of the way for the moment. Hoping these attach. They should do. I mean, they're attaching over there. Can I still reach that? Yes, I can. And I was just going to go up from there. In. And set this to always active. Let's check the steam engines. Oh, yep, they're getting water. Excellent. It says fuel, but same difference, I guess. It's draining down. I am going to have to probably go and check the pumps. But, I mean, we've still got, what have we got? 900 buckets in there, but it's draining fairly quickly. Let's light it up and then drop these 2 bits of slate in here. Now what these should do is tooltip saying 45. It looks like the tooltip in here is a little bit, but I guess it's not giving me a temperature. So the bottom corner is saying 52, 55. Obviously it's steam. Steam water boils at 100 degrees, so we've got need to wait for it to hit that. And hopefully these things will kick off. Fingers are crossed. I'm hoping this does what it needs to. I don't think I need another gearbox in between. It might be noisy, and I'm hoping that that sound muffler I've got over there will cover this area as well. Let's get another 84. Both Both the same because, you know, they're pretty much lit together. Once it hits 100, it should start turning. Almost there. Uh-oh. This one's not set right. Which way's north? Ah, that way. So maybe it's northwest? Ah, that's better. So both of these, we can now look here. This is putting out 16 kilowatts at 512 rads. This is putting out 16 kilowatts at 512 rads. This is putting out 32 kilowatts at 512 rads. So it only adds the power together. It doesn't change the speed. It just adds them together. You can see here we're getting power from both those sides into this, and this here, I'm hoping, so you've got a burn time of 37 seconds. So there's no fuel in there, but it's going fairly quickly actually. Look at it. That's quite nice. So nice and quick, nothing really being used except for a bit of water, which just making sure it's, you know, we're down 100 buckets from where we started. So it is going down slowly, but as I said, I'll go and check the pump and work out a way of getting it to be automatic and chunk loaded. I'm going to see if I can, using these, pull out the front. I don't think I can. Give it a go. I think I might have to, I'm probably going to have to pull out that side actually, which is going to change things a little here. If that's the case, I'll move some things around. Can always turn the furnace and run these pipes in the side of it. Might do that actually. So I don't think it's going to work the way I set it there. Oh, jeez. Sometimes. So yeah, this is just one way of powering a furnace. I don't think I can do this. So that's finished. That's done that. Hang on. Yeah. So that's gone through its complement. If we pick this up and I get some inventory space, I put him down there, make it so that this is disabled, grab these and run them around the side and disable this one. Turn this one to insert, pick that up. So we should be able to throw these in here and they will cook up. And then if I put this barrel back here, which is again only temporary, I'll probably end up having it go, I don't know, straight into an engine maybe. Oops, night time again. Don't want mobs. No mobs. So yeah, we'll run this into the drawers and this will be fairly self-sustained. Insert there. Is it working? Let's turn this to always active. No, it's going to have to be at the bottom, isn't it? Vanilla furnace mechanics. Which means I need to get down here. Oh, that was never active, always active. Is that working? Yes. You can see how much I play vanilla. Yeah. Alright, so that's a nice little setup done. That's, you know, so we've got, obviously I need to manually fill these with sugar and dirt, which I might be able to automate with some item ducts. I might just be able to have a chest here and throw sugar in, throw dirt in, and it keeps it stocked. And then this one here we're going to have to automate with the plant matter that it needs. So in this case I'll just shave some leaves off these trees here to get it running. And this is a little noisy. I will probably make another silencer and we'll put it down in the middle here. But yeah, so this is a nice little RotaryCraft only, apart from the, well, I suppose it's not RotaryCraft only, I'm using Ender.io ducting. But we're making the fuel using the RotaryCraft machines and producing the ethanol crystals. Okay, something went a bit strange there. Whatever that was. Using to make the crystals here, which will go into our ethanol engine or our gas-powered engine, which I'm going to run the grinder off. So I'm just going to check on this pump and make sure it's working properly. I think it is actually. It seems to have gone up. We're back up to 878. Yeah. So I'm going to go check on that. I'm going to check where we're at for the episode, and I'll be back in a tick. So before I wrap up this episode, because we're getting pretty close, I thought I would set up the other steam engine. I'll set him up there. Should get him full of water. The pump is working, it's just terribly slow. I'd like to put... I kind of wish I could put like a solar panel on him or something. Because I've just got the 4 redstone engines. They are slow. So this is the way that I was told to do it. Or is it half? It only needs half a steam engine, I think, through one of these. Not sure if this is set up the right way. Hey, that's what I was worried about. Things catching on fire. I don't know why the corpse catching on fire. That's a bit weird. I may end up pushing the corp blocks out to here, because they seem to be catching on fire, whereas the slate ones don't. Don't light my stuff on fire. Oh, those ones haven't been lighting. This one, I don't know. I'll work on it. A little bit of... Really? It's just this one fire, just the one I just set. It just needs to be difficult. Anyway, here's what it is. So grinder. Oh, green is in. Okay, you can see there in the tooltip, operation time 30 seconds. So this will work. It's got enough power, got enough speed, got enough torque. All it needs now is some seeds, some canola seeds, which I should have here. And I think in the next episode, I want to start working towards automated farming. Stop. Oh, there goes my fence. Really? Just this one? Just you. Yeah, I want to work towards... The fire is trolling me. I swear it is trolling me. Ah. Okay, I want to work towards automated farming. And I think that I'm going to try Buildcraft, because I've tried... RotaryCraft has its own farm system, which uses, I think you might have seen in one of the chests over there, it uses a fan. You can run the fans off a DC engine, it'll run it fine, and it sort of, when the crop gets to full grown, to mature, it'll blow it off, and it'll, you know, you can blow it down to the end of a farm. And if you do go over and check out Sentinel H, you'll see that in one of his first couple of episodes. But they don't work on agricraft crops. And I don't think you can plant seeds normally in this one. I did try even just the canola seeds into tilled ground, and it didn't work. So I think I'm going to have to go a different route. You are still trolling me. And that route will be using Buildcraft robots. So I'm going to need to make a table. The power system I've got is probably not quite good enough yet, but I'm thinking I'll just try my hardest to see if I can get one of them built and work with that. Well, this is doing its thing. It's turning canola seeds into lubricant, which I will pump out and into a drum, because all the gearboxes we use for RotaryCraft is going to need lubricant. There's the fans there. See there, they need 1 kilowatt. But it's not going to work in this one. I'll take you, and I still have... I'll use them all. Oh, I've still got a couple here. I'm just going to see if this will work. See if I can extract from there. Yes, and into a drum. So we have 637 millibuckets of lubricant, and this is all fairly self-contained. So we can use this later to spread out to other places once we get a few more of these fluid conduits, which we're going to need some more quartz for. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this episode with a little bit of a RotaryCraft setup. As I said, if you want to learn more about RotaryCraft, please go and check out Sentinel H. I add link in the description below. Definitely helped me get my head around it. And I hope you all will join me in the next episode. Comments in the section below. Like it if you liked it. Tell me what you thought. Thanks a lot. See you later.